Ayo, it's a Alert Gaming coming at y'all with another NBA 2K20 video, and today we're gonna be covering the best defensive badges, the badges that are gonna help you increase your win percentage, help you with better defense and get snatch blocks. Before we even get started with that, if you're new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe, turn that noti bell to be part of Noti Gang. If you like anything at any point of this video, don't forget to smash that subscribe button. If you find anything useful, don't forget to share the video with a friend. I appreciate that. And without further ado, let's get straight into it. Off the bat, of course, we're gonna have to talk about one of the most OP or overrated badges that is, and that's Brickwall. Brickwall honestly is amazing. What can I say about Brickwall? This year Brickwall is honestly OP because the fact that is you lift someone off their feet. How do you lift a point guard off their feet and throw them on the ground and just stand there looking like you're the Terminator? How in the world did 2K allow that? Brickwall is just simply amazing. I know a lot of you are gonna be asking, you don't have the ability to put this badge on Hall of Fame. And I'm gonna tell you, Hall of Fame is overkill. If you're planning to put Brickwall on Hall of Fame, you know I'ma hate you myself, because that badge is straight up just OP. Even without it, you're still able to set screens. If your team that does a lot of ISO plays, I will highly recommend that you put this badge even on silver, and you're still able to be very efficient. The thing about it, 2K is not gonna touch this badge. Don't think that 2K is gonna touch Brickwall, because they love that badge way too much. Since we're gonna have to talk about every defensive badge here, box, I'm address box. For me, I don't think you should even put box. If you put it on bronze, that's okay, because the fact it's just like chase down artists. If you just want to unlock the animation, then put it on bronze, but do not put this badge on Hall of Fame. If you got 30 out of 30 defensive badges, then they go crazy. But if you do not have enough defensive badges, there's no need for you to even touch box, because the fact that it works terrific. Even if you leave it on bronze, it's gonna work as if you have it on gold. If you have it on Hall of Fame, you're just gonna be doing yourself like you're pretty much shooting yourself in the foot. There's a lot of better badges where you're able to put it to allow you to get better badges and get a better boards if that's what you're going towards. Speaking of some of the best defensive badge, this is the king of the defensive badges. There's no question about that. No matter how many defensive badges you have to put Intimidator. Put it at the highest you can possibly put it, because Intimidator is just simply amazing. Most people forget that the fact that Intimidator, it's just like you do not even need to have your hands up for them to miss. I have seen, even yourself, you'll probably notice that sometimes people drive to the lane and they just miss, and your Intimidator pops up when you're not even that close to them. So Intimidator this year is just completely ridiculous, and put it at the highest difficulty you can possibly put it. I don't care whether it's silver or gold or Hall of Fame, just put it at the highest as you can possibly put it. Speaking of putting badges, chase down artists this year it's actually really good, but the fact is you do not need even to put it at that high. Put this badge on bronze and you unlock some of the cleanest chase down artists. You turn into LeBron. Like when you chase down, when you're running behind someone, they better be scared, because the fact if you have this badge even on bronze, you gonna snatch that ball out the thin air. It's really good paired up with Intimidator. It's for some reason this badge on bronze is broken. It's really broken, because that's all you need just to unlock the animations. It's really consistent actually, having it on bronze even on smaller guards. Speaking of guards, honestly this is one of the best ways to guard them point guards. If you do not have this badge, staying in front of those point guards who have that high ball handling is gonna be next to impossible. Clamps is simply amazing. I know a lot of people gonna be wanting to choose post move lockdown. because post move lockdown, it's just gonna be either, I know my big man's gonna be either debating choosing this or post move lockdown, but clamps is really amazing, especially now these big men can handle the ball. They can handle the ball, so you need to stay in front of them. But post move lockdown is also another badge that it's gonna be really good, because they both work similar, but post move lockdown is when you're stuck in the post move. If you're having problems guarding people who use a lot of post moves, especially at the 1v1 events, then the post move badge is gonna be necessary. It's gonna be really necessary, especially at the 2s or the 1s. It's gonna be really, especially if these big men with 7-3s, all they do is post moves. This is gonna be a badge to cancel it, because whenever they try to go for that post hook, you're gonna be right there in front of them, and hopefully 2K lets you. Because hopefully, I've seen people just make 85 post hooks. I have made 85 post hooks, so that's all I can say about the post move badge. It's really good. Just test it out for yourself. Put it on bronze. Put it on bronze yourself, but there's no need to put it that high. But clamps is gonna be the badge that you need to take if you do not have that many badges. Moving truck is just one of those misunderstood badges, because a lot of people do not know exactly how it works. It's sort of like clamps, because the fact that when you're in the post, what you do is like you put your body weight on the player and you force them almost to pick up the ball, and they have to pass out. If you've noticed, when you're in the post and most people or big men force you to pick up the ball, that's the moving truck activating. But if you have better detail of what it does better than me, I would like to hear, because a lot of people, they say something different, but for me, I put it on and that's how I felt. I felt like when I'm on the post, all I gotta do is just put my body weight, and most of the time they just fumble the ball and they get passed out the ball. But for me, I would just take the clamps or post move, and that'll be a better choice for the defensive badges. So I'll say for next to defensive badge. Since I started testing this badge out, I can say that I actually like it. It's pretty good. If I add extra defensive badges, then I'll put it higher, like silver, bronze or silver, cause it's really good, because it allows your player to be really quick on his feet, reacted to the ball / defender. I have found it that paired up with Pogo Stick, it's really interesting. It changes up the way the Pogo Stick acts. So if you want to check that out for yourself. I thought it was honestly a glitch, but my Pogo Stick was acting really totally different. So that's where lightning reflexes come in parked. Honestly, it's honestly a badge that you gotta test out for yourself, because a lot of people that they say they like it a lot higher, but for me, I find it the bronze or silver is where the spot that you gotta leave it. Speaking of the counterpart for it, Pogo Stick is just one of those badges that is really controversial, because a lot of people are gonna tell you to put it on gold or like to put it at the highest, but for me, I've honestly put it on gold, and I found that you get some of the cleanest animations. If I was able to put it on Hall of Fame, I would tell you that I do have another build that I'm working, just spoilers. I have a build that I do get the Hall of Fame defensive badges, and I put this build, I had it on Hall of Fame, and it was acting totally different. My animations are totally different, and it's just not me. But honestly, if you're at the park and you're big man most of the time, if you're able to play hands up defense, you do not need to have it Hall of Fame. I'ma just say that you can have it on silver or gold, and you're still gonna be perfectly fine. I see a lot of big men who completely rely on just Pogo Stick. It's not a badge that I like to rely on. But if you have that problem of not being able to stay on your feet, I see a lot of big men who rely on just jumping after the badge. It's a good badge. It's a really good badge, especially if you're gonna be playing against two big men. I see a lot of toxic builds that a lot of people bring that case. So I gotta have it on gold. If I see that they're running two big men, I'ma have it on gold, because the fact that I'm almost be jumping a lot, especially trying to go for the board. That's gonna be the main thing. Speaking of going for boards, Worm is just gonna be one of those other badges that myself that I'm have to disagree with, because Worm, it's not really worth it. It's honestly not worth it, because most of the time The board goes to the person who puts the work early. By putting the work early, I mean by the person who is able to box out in time and able to put the work. Me for example, I know that I know when my teammate they're about to shoot, so I box out for the board. But you're gonna have to use your worm in time. That's the thing. The worm is a good badge if you're trying to be, if you're trying to dominate. If you're trying to dominate and just trying to show you're strong, then put worm. But for me, most of the time, I put work ahead of time, not having to rely on worm. And most of the time, I get some of the cleanest animation, allowing me to just be a beast on defense. At the beginning of the year, I remember when everybody was talking about this badge, and that's Trapper. Trapper, it was one of those badges that everyone was talking about, but I can tell you that this badge, it is not worth it unless you're planning for you and your teammate to both have it. If that's not the case, then do not touch this badge because it only activates when 2 people are using that badge. So do not touch that badge at all. Another badge to not really touch, that's Tireless Defender. Tireless Defender, I know a lot of people are gonna be mad, but honestly it is not worth it if you know how to manage your stamina and your energy. If you're gonna be holding turbo the whole time, or if you're playing comp, then you can get it, because I know a lot of people play comp, they run into screens, then they might need this badge. But that's the only time. But most of the time, those people who play comp, they know how to use this badge. They know how to manage their stamina. That's the only way. If you need this badge, then all I can say is just put on Gatorade. If you really save yourself the extra badge, and you can put it on something else. Another 2 badges that a lot of people might get banned is the Pick and Pocket and Pick and Dodger. Pick and Dodger, it is not even worth it. It is not worth it at all, honestly, for small guards, because even at Hall of Fame, you're still able to get on screens. The best thing for screens, honestly, I say this a lot, the best thing for screens is just playing good teamwork. It's honestly playing good teamwork. All you can ask for is for your teammate just to help you on the screens, just to pick up, and that's all you can do. Because my teammate, they have this badge on Hall of Fame, and they still get caught, they still get drained of their stamina. So Brickwall completely cancels this badge out. I know a lot of people can be mad about this, they can be mad about that, but Brickwall is just that badge to cancel Pick and Dodger out. That's one thing. And there's a lot of better badges where you're able to put it that, like, it's gonna allow you to be better on defense. If you can put Pick and Dodger, put Lightning Reflexes, allowing you to be quicker on your feet. Even clamps. That's the thing about Pick and Dodger, you do not need it that high. I'm not gonna talk about Pick and Pocket, because Pick and Pocket is not worth it at all. Because even with the 34 steal, you're still able to rob people. You're still able to rob point guards, even with them having Hall of Fame ball handling. Speaking of ball handling, and off-ball pass is just one of those badges that a lot of people don't necessarily understand how it worked. For me, I thought it's the badges that would, like, it would force them to pick up the ball. Like, that's what I thought, like, that's what was causing people to, like, fumble the ball and get them to pick up the ball. But it was not it. Off-ball pass is one of those badges is if you are playing against stretchers or shot creators or people who rely on themselves getting open from the off-ball, then yeah, this badge might be some use to you. Let's say someone is in the corner. If you have those corner people who shoot threes, like, they just do that left and right cheats and then they shoot the 3, this might be the badge for you, because whenever they're trying to get open in the corner, they're not gonna have that chance at all. They hit you and they just fumble that bag. They fumble the ball and you just get it straight from them. So if you having that problem, then you're able just to get it. Another badge that you just don't even want to touch, that's Heart Crusher. We're not even going to go into detail because Heart Crusher is completely useless. That's why we're not even going to touch that badge at all. Rebound Chaser is by far my favorite badge because of how inconsistent it stays working. It works really great on my interior force, even for my paint beast. I know y'all appreciate this. I know for my paint beast y'all appreciate this because it works great on gold, even on Hall of Fame, because of how much it changes your player's ability to jump for that rebound tremendously. That's the thing about this badge. It changes your player's ability to jump. You be jumping from the ground up as if you're Shaq. Possess Shaq, that's all I can say. You gotta test this badge out. I don't have access to Hall of Fame, but for me, even on gold, I'm able to rebound people who are 7'3". I'm only 6'10", and all it requires is just you having better positioning than your counterpart. So that's all I can say. Speaking of counterpart, this badge, I don't know what 2K did to rim protector. Rim protector lately has been amazing. I'm not gonna lie, I think 2K actually fixed it. It's great now because the takeover actually works, because whenever you get the block, it boosts for you and for your teammates. So that's something that 2K actually worked with, and I've been getting a lot of snatch blocks. We gonna have a video on snatch blocks of its own, but the thing about rim protector is really good. Before, I know people did not used to even touch this badge, but now they paired it up with, if you pair this badge with chase down artists, you're gonna be getting snatch blocks with ease. Like when I'm talking with ease, you're gonna turn into LeBron. When people are running, they're gonna be scared of you. Speaking on another badge, Interceptor, I'm not gonna talk about too much about Interceptor because I really don't like Interceptor and Pickpocket are some of those badges that are really inconsistent, because the fact is you're able to get steals without it. That's the thing about it. Same with Pickpocket. I have a 34 steal as a big man, and I'm able to rob point guards with 90 ball handling, with Hall of Fame playmaking badges, and so on. That's the thing about these two badges. You really do not need them. You do not need them to be completely OP. But the thing about them is, like, I have noticed a lot of other people, they rely on them. They actually rely on them. The thing about Pickpocket at the beginning, I know a lot of people thought it was really gonna be good, but the thing about Interceptor is really all over the place. Sometimes you might get a steal, and sometimes the ball just might go through you. That's why I know a lot of people might be mad at it. I hope y'all enjoyed this, because I'm pretty sure I covered a lot. I'm pretty sure I covered all the defensive badges. I'm pretty sure I only missed one, and that was defensive leader. I'm pretty sure I missed defensive leader, but defensive leader, we're not going to talk about that. I hope y'all enjoyed this. If y'all did, I'll see you in tomorrow's video, and I'm out.